So welcome to Reflections in Your Reset. I've been sitting with the space that we're all living in the world today, with the wars that are going on, and the recent newest one that has a very old history. And I've been reflecting on how all of this is happening simultaneously with a season of the year where things literally get darker and the temperatures get colder, unless you're living on some island in the middle of the Pacific somewhere, or maybe the Atlantic, where the temperatures are warmer. But in any case, wherever you're located, there is a darkness that's very present to all of us, that's part of the human condition. And there's a heaviness that comes with all the pain and suffering that we're witnessing. And then who knows what you personally are experiencing right now and going through in your life that may have to do with pain and suffering. And it can be challenging to navigate with less sunlight. With colder temperatures. It can just be a challenging time of the year in general. The pace of life is very fast, and there isn't much room that's offered up in the world to just stop and pause and reflect. And I personally find that it's extremely supportive when we do so, as I'm sure you've heard before that if we want to see love in the world, if we want to see more light in the world, we need to start with ourselves. Start within the walls of our own home. Start with the walls or within our own body. And so in this week's practices, you're going to see the opportunity to literally allow for the darkness within to release on, thoughts, emotions, physical sensations, energetically, on every layer of your operating system, as well as then allow for light to enter into deep cracks, softness, warmth, and love. And, that's easier said than done. There's a lot that's backed up from past that hasn't been digested, that may not even be in conscious awareness. And then there's just present day living. And our bodies really take a beating. And I think that when we learn to see the bodies as not a separate part of who we are, when we learn to come from our body, when we learn to listen to our body in a way, we're learning to listen to ourselves. And what does it take to learn to love yourself as you are? Which doesn't exclude the desire for growth and evolutions and, if you want to call them, improvements. But there is something very powerful about accepting ourselves where we are and loving ourselves where we are, on doing the work to be aware of where we're holding anger and frustration and shame and hatred towards self or someone or the world in general. And then literally, not only working with our minds, but then doing the work to clear it out of our bodies. And that takes something. And then, as we fill ourselves with more warmth and light, and we go and touch another person, literally or figuratively, we can bring that and share that and spread that. So, this is a short one. And I think you'll probably need some more time to reflect on this. in what's shared today. Be the light, be the love, be the change that you would like to see in the world. Goodness, the world needs it. And remind yourself that for that to unfold, creating that space for self-care and self-love requires us to work with our whole being, our whole body-mind. Begin where you are. Create consistency to support yourself, to get one step at a time. Be kind to yourself. Be loving with yourself. And then spread it outwards.